Hello again, YouTube. This is the Truth Man, giving you that truth, dealing this truth out, manufacturing this truth. And today I want to talk about marriage. Yep, a lot of people talking about it nowadays, and it's a reason. And I think one of the reasons is because a lot of people are praying to God about this marriage thing. Like, some of them are miserable, just to be honest about it. Now, this is towards anybody that's thinking about getting married, or you're married and it's like strife. You have strife and malice in there, and you're just fighting to stay for your kids. And for some of you, it may not happen. Like, you may just have to move around eventually just to stay alive, you know? And the sad part about it is the kids are affected the most. So, me and many others try to help you understand this thing called marriage before you do it. And this is coming from somebody that's currently married, that's been married for 23 years now. So, you think I'm just gonna throw rice and rose petals at you concerning this married thing? No, not. Before you get married, those of you that's thinking about it, couple things. Make sure you know her body count. Make sure you know what she did, because there's some things that she could have done that are highly equivalent to actual intercourse itself. And then you'll marry her, and the first thing people need to understand, and especially you in the Christian faith, number one, a king is subject to no one. So don't go to Paul's writings and say, well, the Bible said we're supposed to submit one to another. No. The marriage scriptures never told the man to submit to the woman. It told them to be heirs of grace together, that your prayers be not hindered. It told them to dwell with them according to the weaker vessel. They're weaker. They're weaker. They're weaker mentally. They're weaker physically. They're weaker. So, understand, make sure she understands that she is to be subject to you. Subject, and not no equal stuff. That's not a biblical marriage. And if it's not a biblical marriage, your prayers are going to be hindered. Bottom line, like, your prayers are going to be hindered. Number two, or no, I should say number three, I talked about you got to know what she did sexually before that. And she had to understand that she is to be subject to you. No hyphenated names, no you running the show, happy wife, happy life. That's not a biblical marriage. It's not a man's job or a woman's job to make their spouse happy. You want to try to please them, but it's not your job. They have to choose to be happy, or however they're gonna feel, quote unquote. Another thing, make sure they understand, and make sure, especially if you're a man, because the courts often favor the women, make sure that if you get divorced, that you have a prenup, and in the prenup it says things like, if she causes the demise in the relationship through unfaithfulness, or through this or through that, then make sure that you get the kids, and make sure that she agrees that divorce will be no contest only. But if you do something stupid, then give it to her. Give it to her. Unsubmissiveness, don't agree to pay them. Put in there unsubmissiveness If we divorce due to unsubmissiveness, then it should be no contest only. Make them agree. Go sign, have a notary public, sign it. Don't let nobody pressure you into marriage. Marriage ain't what it was 30 years ago, 20 years ago. To be honest with you, the only people that's not negatively affected in relationships right now are the strong, are those whose eyes are open, and those who are going to obey the Most High at all costs. Sure, she's subject to you. Subject. That means that if you want sex, then she just do it. And she should want it too. Any woman that's not just gonna drop off sexually, don't get married. Don't waste nobody's time. Because you gonna want him to be faithful to you, right? Don't get married. Guys, make sure that these women understand these things. Make sure, throw that in there. That unsubmissiveness, that leads to more and more arguments. Like when you tell her to do something, ain't no decision. All these women, let me tell you women something. You walking around here, especially you in the Christian faith, you're walking around here like you're so saved, so spiritual, but yet you can't even submit to your own husband. So how you gonna submit to God? You need to stop playing. You need to stop playing. And you guys understand this. Division is going to hinder blessing. That's why you hear about all of these guys and sometimes these women. Once they go their separate way, those blessings come. Like, let's say you have a woman, like it was a woman I was in the comments on Ringo. I was in his comments, talking, you know how you talk in the comment. And a woman was saying that she do everything. She stay fit, she cook, she clean, she do this, that. She said, but her husband is not a man of God. I told her, just keep doing it. Keep doing your part. And the Most High will find a way to reward you. But these people be trying to play God like he weak or something. People be trying to play him like he's weak or something. Like, because of how the Bible talks about how loving he is. And you want to know one of the reasons why I don't have 100,000 subscribers? Is because I don't just focus on the nice, lovey-dovey, mushy, stuff about the Most High. I talk about his judgment. I talk about his requirements. I talk about his statutes. I talk about all those things. So, women hate those MGTOW guys. They hate the red pill content. They hate the manosphere because the truth hurts. If you're an emotional person, the truth hurts. If you're a person who loves truth, you grow. But a lot of people, they resist the truth. Like when I see anybody resisting the truth, I know right away. I might not come out and tell you, but I know right away that you ain't there yet. There's some instability about you. There's some instability there. When I see people rejecting the truth, do you love God or not? If you don't, then you should learn how, because he's worth it. But if you love them, when you love somebody, you obey them. If you're required to submit to them, you're required to be subject to them. There's no argument. When you love somebody, like he said, if you love me, keep my commandment. See, he already knows how it's supposed to go. Because the first divorce was in heaven, but we ain't going to go that deep. We're going to let you have your little beliefs that the Most High himself never had women or none of these things. We're gonna let you believe that. It's perfectly fine. If that's what you want to believe. But you guys need to start vetting these women out. And I teach my sons all the time. Like, I teach them, like, marriage is a wonderful thing if it is a marriage. If it's a marriage, if it's a biblical marriage, then it's a wonderful thing. And you should seek marriage. But don't seek this little new world stuff, all this weirdo stuff that's gonna create more problems and just leading to half the people getting divorced. 53% divorce rate first marriages, 73% divorce rate second marriage, 81% divorce rate third marriage. And all these women, they letting these guys who want, let me see. How can I not be so nasty? These guys want to do all types of things to you, right? You're stupid if you have a good man at home and these guys who want to put their fluids on your face, we're just going to say it like that, they want to put their wing ding in between your breasts and, do all types of things. You think they want you for you. You're going to find out the hard way. You're going to be just like a lot of these other, like this one guy was online saying he knew something wasn't right with his wife. When they got divorced, he said instantly she was doing lingerie pictures online. And the YouTuber, which was Coach Greg Adams, told him, man, you dodged the bullet. Because he did. What was she going to do if he would have stayed with her another 5 years? And weeks after the divorce, she's online with lingerie pictures. A lot of you women, you just want to be married to say you married. You just want a wedding, but you don't want a marriage. And a lot of you women, stop marrying people. You know that ain't the dude you want. You know that it's not the dude you want. You marry these guys and then down the line, you start acting a fool. Marry the dude you want or nobody at all. Or watch him from your mind before you get married. And we'll come back to this subject. My phone is limited space. So we're going to close it right now. Thanks for watching. It's The Truth Man. Like, share, and subscribe.